love, y'all. Hey, love, 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 LuvLees, love, 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 LuvLees, love, lot of love, big love, 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 what? Love, 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 hey, love, choose love, y'all. Love, 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 LuvLees, love, 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 lot of love from above. I love you.
I love you too.
What's up, YouTube world?
Welcome to another lovely episode 43.
Yes, episode 43. Relationship reset, reconnect, rebuild, reignite. We are your hosts, the LuvLees. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. We are here. Glad to be here.
Yes.
Today is April 24th, 2026.
Dang.
Ain't it?
26.
Time is flying by so fast. But we're here. Glad to be here. How you feel today? Be real now. Be all the way real now.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel today. I didn't.
Be real.
I took my medications and stuff.
Good.
But see, life be trying to whoop my butt, and I don't want to tell all our business, but it's a struggle right now, and I don't like it because I told myself I would never struggle like this, and like it's already hard struggling mentally. To have other struggles is even harder when you're already struggling mentally. So just trying to be positive in spite of life whooping both our butts.
I stay positive.
How are you?
I feel the same way. I've been up and down today. I've been up and down today. Right now, I'm feeling really good. Earlier I wasn't. Earlier I was very irritable.
He snapped at me. I was
annoyed.
like,
I didn't snap. Don't tell these folks I snapped.
He snapped. He was like,
you're gonna see some snap.
How dare you laugh? I was like, I'm trying to laugh to keep from crying. He's like, ain't nothing funny. I'm like, exactly. Ain't nothing funny.
Exactly. Yeah, we had a little tizzy earlier. But
tizzy.
Yeah, that's your word. So
it's not my word. Actually, my friend, she's a little older than me, and she uses that word, tizzy.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had a little situation earlier today, but I had to learn how to reset. I had to learn how to reset. I had to reconnect. I had to rebuild, and right now we're working on reigniting. So life gives you a lot. That's how I feel, first of all. So yeah. Hey, mama. I called mom today, talked to her.
Yay. I was like, have you talked to mama? Friday. I'm so glad you called her.
Yes.
Checked on her.
On the way to the program.
Good.
So yeah. So today, that's what we're going to be talking about is rebuilding, retooling, reigniting, reconnecting. All right. Life brings you adversity. We all know this. If you've been living more than 10 years old, you done been through some adversity.
Sure. Sometimes people come out the womb.
I was listening
to. They say pregnancy is like traumatic. Pregnancy is traumatic. Ain't no they say pregnancy is traumatic.
Yeah, a traumatic experience. I was listening to another podcast show today. The Rise and Grind morning show on YouTube. I was listening to them, and one of the girls said something about trauma. And the one commented and said, yeah, she was like, everybody got trauma. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, nah, I don't know everybody in the world, so I can't say everybody got trauma. Everybody got trauma. We all done been through something.
We all came through a birth canal. Like, you automatically have trauma when you come through a birth canal. Like, that's a traumatic experience within itself. So even if you feel like you ain't been through nothing, you still have trauma. If somebody look at you crazy, whatever your body feels that's not positive as trauma.
Mom said, "How may I help? I can prepare a lovely dinner this weekend." Ah, yes, that would be nice.
Mm.
We got Flint Saturday, and then we're going to the movies with the family Sunday. So I'm not
What
sure.
time are we going?
To the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Sunday. We'll talk offline, but maybe Sunday. Before we go to the movies. Um, yeah, just going through some things financially. We have this thing because we're artists. We can be sporadic, which can be a good thing, but also can be a bad thing because
Hmm.
we got to stay consistent. Life bills don't stop coming. Even if you go on take a trip, you travel, you do whatever you do. If you don't spend the money you make on bills, then bills like, hey, hey.
Yeah, you got to be responsible. And for me, fighting depression, like I used to be responsible, and I have not been responsible. And I'm used to having a regular 9 to 5 job where I am making a certain amount, and it happens every other week, and boom, there it is. The bills come out, and boom. But now we don't have that, and we're both out here hustling, and sometimes that can be very difficult to navigate. And for me, it's even more difficult to navigate because sometimes I go through depression, I have to fight it off.
Mm-hmm.
And so I may fight off the depression and go do what I got to do, but then something else
Mm-hmm.
happens, and it's like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Because low
Mm-hmm.
key, I'm supposed to be receiving disability, but I'm not. So I have to do something so that life is so expensive. You need two income households. It's not just one, because like, you see the gas prices, the electricity, the heat, all that stuff has went up, and it's very difficult to keep up with that stuff when it wasn't this high. And so now, you know, like literally we were out celebrating our friends, and we gave them some money, but we was struggling. And I was just like,
Yeah, we was.
that was a very awkward, uncomfortable moment,
Yeah,
and it was very frustrating, but we still had to find a way to encourage them and be good friends
yeah,
to them.
yeah. Thank you. Um, Mom said, I'm so very proud of both of you walking by faith, trusting God. Yeah, we
Hmm.
oh, that's all we got right now. It's faith. For real. So
Thank you.
I keep holding on. Thank you so much.
I
It's
just can't give up now.
come on, we can't give up. And it could be overwhelming. It was I know yesterday I had a moment on my way home and I was just annoyed with life. And I'm just like, man, it's like it felt like I just was trying so hard and still coming up short. But I also have to give myself credit with the things that here's the thing, when you're in a hole, even when you start climbing out, you still be in the hole. And you like, but you have to look at the progress you made. If you in the 10 feet hole, you start climbing, now you in the 9 feet hole. You look around, you still in the hole, but hey, you are a foot higher than you were. Then you keep
Hmm.
climbing. Now you 7 feet. Now you until you get out. So you have to keep climbing until you get out. Track your progress. Do what you can today. That's all you have is what you can do today.
Right now, that's it.
That's it. You can't overwhelm yourself. And I'm talking to myself as well because I know for me, I get overwhelmed. I think about everything. And as a man, I need all this done today. You need to make $1,000 by tonight. And it's like, oh, um, you may not, you all right, you may need 1,000. Okay. But work on 200 for the day. Work on whatever you can work on. Like
Hmm.
chip away at what you can chip away at. Keep putting it down, keep putting it away, and eventually you will get there. And then once you get to that level of consistency, which is what we're working on as artists, then you'll be where you need to be, and that's successful. Okay, so in a relationship, and this is what we're gonna be talking about today. Relationship reset, reconnect, rebuild, reignite. Because life be life, and the main thing is that we have each other to go through adversity with. We have each other that we can hold each other accountable, hold each other up. She can lean on me, I can lean on her. We could depend on each other. But a lot of times, adversity pulls couples apart, you know. And we've noticed it. We've noticed how we can feel the drift. It starts to happen. It starts very subtle, but it
Hmm.
happens, and you're not connecting as much. And so what we're working on is the rebuild, the reigniting part, the rebuilding part,
Mm-hmm.
because life will try to do that. And you have to focus on the problem being a problem and not each other being the problem. I
Mm-hmm.
noticed that we've been a little more short with each other, not as patient,
Mm-hmm.
not as communicative, and these are all signs that hey, we both going through it. And so
Mm-hmm.
today, she was trying to joke and make fun of something that I did, but I thought she was trying to insult my intelligence, and it's because I'm just so on guard right now. Like I'm just like, hey, man, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this. And then we was getting breakfast. I'm like, man, I gotta pay for this breakfast, and then I still gotta get gas, but then this bill still gotta be paid. And I'm just thinking about all this stuff, and she like, oh, did you spell this right? I'm like, you really think I can't spell? And it's
He
like,
like, you think I'm stupid? I'm like, I wouldn't have married you if you were stupid.
but that's how you get defensive when you're not, when life is life, and you have to. There was somebody that said, keep the main thing the main thing. Keep the main thing the main thing. And the main thing is the relationship. The main thing is that y'all going through this together to get a good outcome.
Another thing you have to understand is whenever life is life, and if your partner is going through, y'all both going through, and you see how they are reacting to something
Mm-hmm.
that you're doing, like that may just be like a joke or something like that, then do your best to not give in to it, because emotionally I could have immediately gave into it and be like, what you mean? Why would I, and we could have gotten to a whole argument. But I laughed it off because I knew where he was coming from. I know him as a person, and I know that he's not normally overreactive or anything like that. So it was just like, okay, he must misunderstood something going on. He must have
Mm-hmm.
misunderstood what I was saying
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. And make sure that you are mentally stable and able to bring them back to you, because when both of you are stressed out, it's very hard to do that. And that's how you end up having that space between each other, because y'all both stressed out.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all not gonna communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all both gonna go off on each other because y'all both mad.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody has to be the person to be like, hey, are we overreacting?
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Because if don't nobody do that, then it's gonna be a whole different situation.
Mm-hmm. The word says, "Give, and it shall be given back to you. Good measure, pressed down and shaken together. He will cause men to give unto you." We receive that for sure. And going back to where we were going, and I'm gonna still hit your point, but us sewing into, because it was a couple that we know and they got engaged, and we
Mm-hmm.
sold into that. We sold into the love, and also he, with me being married and not being married 2 years, I was telling him like, hey man, you're not gonna get what you think you need before you get married. You got to just do it, bro, and then you'll get
Mm-hmm.
everything else. It'll come to you. Trust me. And he was like, no, I need. It's got to be like this. We got to have this type of wedding. I need this type of ring. I was like, all right, well, do you, bro. And over the years, he saw that, and so me sewing in those words in his life, but also now we showing up and sewing monetarily in their life as well.
Mm-hmm.
It will come back. She's right. And
Mm-hmm.
back to your point, I do appreciate you for how you handled that, because she did remain calm. She was inquisitive about it and wanted to see what triggered what's going on, versus she, like she said, she could have popped back off.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a tool to rebuild, reconnect, reignite, is slowing down, slow your nervous system down, because we be on go so much,
Mm-hmm.
we be thinking so much. That mindset had me be defensive. So when my wife was trying to connect in a joking way, I took offense to it. I didn't assume good intent. I took offense. I was defensive. I was on defense, and then maybe get on the offense too. Like, oh, so you.
Mm-hmm.
Then I realized how petty it was, and that was making me even more mad, because now I'm like, nah, I gotta apologize for overreacting something petty. This is petty that I gotta apologize for this. Why am I being petty? I'm being petty because life is choking me out. I'm trying to hold on. All right, oh.
I felt really bad for him too. I was like, dang, he really going through. But that's how it is when you're in a relationship and you care about the
Yes.
person. You have to be able to be calm and see what's really happening versus what they are showing you, because they can be showing you, but what's happening on the inside of this person. This person is scared. This person feels like a failure. This person feels like,
Yes.
what am I going to do? What am I doing as a husband and as a person? And they're having those moments and they're frustrated and they're taking it out on you because you are the closest person to them. And so they're going in on you, and you like, if you respond the surface way, then it's just not gonna work because y'all gonna go back and forth, back and forth. Now it's hard to be that person to bring yourself back, but I look at our relationship as a relationship where we sow into each other, because it's been plenty of times I have been off the end, and it's because I'm trying to get myself together. Mentally, I'm not all the way there yet. Like I literally take medications. So there's been plenty of times I have been just off the rail, and he has been like, "What's going on with you?
Are you okay?
Are you okay?" Or he may joke to like change the subject because clearly it was very petty.
Yeah.
He may not even acknowledge it, and I'll realize how stupid it is and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry for being dumb." So like, because I'm always, not always, but a lot of times I'm saying goofy stuff. I'm assuming stuff that's not there, when it's not there. And it's like, okay, if he didn't have grace for me, then we would be arguing back and forth. And the same thing with me with him, because he does have his moments. He's not Jesus. He's not perfect. So if I don't have grace with him, we wouldn't get nothing done, and we would continue to fall apart. And it would be hard to reset our relationship.
Reignite. And I love this episode. I keep bringing this up because this is like the exact, you got to hit that reset button. You got to reconnect, you got to rebuild, and you have to reignite if you want it to work. And so when life comes at you hard, what's the first step? Is, okay, we need to reset. So let's reconnect first. Let's talk. Let's look eye to eye. And I had to slow down within that moment this morning, take a deep breath, because it's so funny. With the mentoring program, I'm in the schools. The day before, I was just telling the boys about breathing to control your emotions. And so it hit me, and it's like, and I even told them, because they were saying sometimes I asked them what they do to help manage their emotions, and they gave me these different tools. And I was like, some of them said they leave the room, they escape, and I was like, well, sometimes you can escape. Sometimes there's nowhere to go, and you got to reset right there, right now, in the moment. Forgive, let it go, reconnect, reset. And so I had to. It was a mirror back to me. I heard my voice saying it to them, and I was like, yeah, you're right. So I had the food that came, but I had to just sit within myself, breathe, go to a happy place within my mind. And I was like, hey, I apologize. I was defensive. I took it to offense because I'm stressed right now, and I do apologize. You were trying to be funny to reconnect. That was her way that was her olive branch of reconnection right there. Like, I see that you're stressed out. Hey, let me make a lighthearted joke. And the normal me I would have roasted myself, like, yeah, what was I thinking about that? But I'm like, oh, so you think I'm stupid? You think I don't know how to spell first? Oh, okay. No, matter of fact, we don't want nothing to eat.
Starve.
Yeah. And it'd be like that. And it made me realize yesterday, because yesterday was kind of rough for me, and I was at Myers, and it'd be funny because most of the time I'm a positive, calm person. And yesterday I wasn't feeling that way. I was joking to myself, like, if somebody say something to me, I'm gonna just beat them up. Like, so I see, and of course I was joking.
Fighting. Dang.
Of course I was joking, but like, it made me realize, like, people do be going through a lot. You never know what somebody's going through, and life do be life. So I can only imagine somebody, whatever, this very hard situation, and then they still got to go out in the world and go to Myers and get shot. They still got to go to work. They still got to go get gas. They still
got to change a diaper.
Yeah, still interacting with everyday people, especially as a couple. Now we're going through this together, but we still have to connect as a couple. We still have to talk. We still have to spend time together. We still have to communicate well. We still have to be
Mhm.
calm, although this life and stressful moment is happening.
Mhm.
So, first thing is keeping your cool. You have to
Mhm.
keep your cool. You really do, because the emotions will make the situation worse.
Mhm.
The situation is the situation. How you respond is your responsibility. How you respond to it. Did you get upset? If you did, how can you reconnect that?
And it's okay. But when I think about relationship reset or just the word reset, period, I think about how when you reset something, it is back to the way the manufacturer made it. So you are forgiving
Mm,
everything.
wow. Wow. That's good.
You are starting all over again in your mind. So you're not thinking about what he or she did to you because you're fully reset. Now, you're not going to be perfect, but for the most part, you're focusing on the good stuff and you're erasing the bad stuff because that's the only way that you can reset. You have to start all over again, and everything that he or she did to pee you off, you got to erase it, reset it. I would personally write it down and tear it up
Mm-hmm.
and then work on resetting and be real with yourself. If you're not there yet, then you're not there yet. And it's okay. You can't force yourself to be there. But if somebody has wronged you, or if you're in a relationship, because you're going to have issues, you have to tell yourself, do I really forgive them? Or am I fake forgiving them?
Mm-hmm.
Because when you reset, you don't bring up old stuff. You don't say, well, you blah, blah, blah. You don't do that because that does not help the relationship. All it does is put a pebble
Mm-hmm.
in a relationship and it stops you from reconnecting
Mm-hmm. Come
because
on.
you haven't fully reset. So
Mm,
it's like you fighting against this person versus connecting to this person.
mm,
If you both are negative, then you're not going to come together. You have to reset
mm.
in order to reconnect.
Whew, that's good. I love that factory reset part, because forgiveness can be so hard in a relationship
Hmm.
because you
Shoot, in
feel,
life with people, you
yeah,
don't have to be in a relationship with them.
great point, great point. And it's hard in life, and it creates thorns, it creates disease, it creates all these things spiritually and physically. So
Hmm.
definitely in a relationship, because for when you don't want to forget, that's pride. Gets in the way. Your ego gets in the way. You
Hmm.
were wrong, and you feel like, oh, well, I ain't gonna apologize because I was wrong. Or you have the perspective of being wrong. The person didn't have that intent, but you felt the wrongdoing happening. Your body responded to that, and now you're not. So when you clean that slate, it allows you that time to reconnect. So forgive and forget. I was talking to a couple. I asked them what was the key to their long marriage,
Hmm.
and the guy said, "Pick your battles. Like, everything isn't worth arguing over. Everything isn't worth talking about. Certain things you have to just assume good intent
Hmm.
and let it go in your mind. Actually, let it go in your mind, because if you don't let it go in your mind, it will fester in your mind. It'll go into your heart, and then it
Hmm.
will affect how you showing up. But
Hmm.
when you really let it go in your mind, you're free from that idea, or that thought isn't holding you back anymore, and you can fully be present with your partner, with your marriage, with your couple, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to let it go because that's the only way you can be present. You can't reconnect if you're not present with your person.
That's good.
Put the phone down,
Yeah.
put everything down. Like, it is okay to be a full human and to actually connect with the person because it's so much technology out here, so much social media, so much stuff out here that distracts you,
Yeah.
and it goes into our brain cells. It makes us think certain things. It makes us more depressed. It does different things. I don't know scientifically what it does, but I read something where it's not healthy to just consistently be on social media. So it's very important that you be present with your partner because just like you want them to hear you, they want you to hear them. And don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. So whenever you have this reset, you're going to your partner, hey, I forgive you. I truly forgive you. And I forgive myself. and let's just move forward.
Mm-hmm.
So what can we do to reconnect?
Mm-hmm.
What are your partner's love languages?
Mm-hmm.
What do they like? If they're a person and they love affirmations, get them some affirmation to try to reconnect with them.
Mm-hmm.
If this person loves service, bring them some flowers to try to reconnect with them. Do whatever it is. And then something just as simple as hugging for 60 seconds to reconnect. You don't have to say nothing, just hug each other.
Yes.
Because a lot of times you'd be surprised, a lot of married couples or relationships, we barely see each other. You barely kiss, you barely hug, you barely anything. So of course you spaced out because you're not even touching each other.
Mm-hmm.
So like, do that, touch each other, stare into each other's eyes for 30 seconds. It's not gonna kill you.
Yes, it helps. Holding hands. We went for a walk today, and she held my hand, and it felt different because we haven't done it in a while. And I had to. I'm like, okay, reconnect, reconnect, reconnect. And
It felt different for me too. And I was just like, do I keep holding his hand? Or
mm-hmm.
I was getting hot. So I was like, let me
Yeah,
just
but it's so important, man. It's just so important. Humbling yourself is a
mm-hmm.
big tool to reconnection
Mm-hmm.
because like I mentioned prior earlier, but that walking in that humility will allow the relationship to work. Gotta be humble.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be humble. Life will humble you, but also you have to be humble to forgive.
Yeah, life will tear your butt up. But you have to be humble because if it's just about you, if you're selfish, you don't need to be in a relationship because you're gonna have to let some stuff go that you don't want to let go.
Mm-hmm.
You may be right,
Mm-hmm.
but you're gonna have to let it go.
You're gonna have to let it go. Let it be. It is what it is. You gotta
Yeah,
adapt that.
I was watching Abbott Elementary, and if you watch it, and spoiler alert, um, the short girl and the guy that played Everybody Hate Chris, they had broke up, and I was like, that hurt my feelings. I liked them as a couple. They broke up because they couldn't figure out how to get to a trip. Because he said he don't feel like he want to waste money on a plane, and she don't feel like she want to drive 6 hours there. And so they broke up because he was saying that she just wastes money, and she was saying that he's cheap. So they was broken up for like a good week or so. I don't know how long, and it was because they did not know how to communicate. And so the older teacher, I forgot her name with the short haircut, she talked to Janine and was like, she was like, yeah, it's just not meant to be because my mom told me that cause she was like, because I was told that if a guy don't come chasing after you break up, then it's not meant to be. And she was like, where'd you hear that from?
A single person.
And she was like, my mom. And then she kind of was like, oh shoot, her mom single as ever. Okay. She like, that's not what a relationship is. She's like, it's plenty of times we argue about stuff that we do not agree on, but you have to think, what is the most important thing in this? What do you really want to do? She's like, well, I do want to go on a trip with him. She's like, well, focus on that,
Mm-hmm.
and the how and the why or whatever, you'll figure that out. But it's not that deep for y'all to break up because y'all don't know how to get to the Outer Banks or whatever. And then the janitor talked to the boyfriend and was like, he was like, well, yeah, my dad said if a woman says she want to break up, then you just break up. And he was like, who told you that? He's like, my dad. He's like, is he in a relationship? Like, what? He's like, you your own man. You can make up your own rules. You don't have to just break up. He's like, do you want to be with her? He's like, I do. I really miss her. Well, be with her. Go tell her sorry. Like, catch a plane if you got to catch a plane. Do what you got to do.
Compromise, like meet in the middle. It's we, and that's all pride. It's all pride. She wanted to be chased, and he let her just go because she wanted to go. Like, let
Well,
those.
she didn't really want to go. She just said maybe we should break up because they couldn't come to a conclusion.
It's very real. It's very real. And so, once you let go of those things, you forgive. It allows you to reconnect. Without that forgiveness, it's very hard to reconnect. Very almost impossible to reconnect because you're gonna still be harboring it in your heart, which creates resentment for something that all you have to do is say something. hey man, I ain't like how you did that.
Mhm.
Like I know not be that deep. This how it made me feel, and now you
Mhm.
feel better because you related what you felt, and now you can go forward.
Mhm.
Going back to what you said about the hugging for 30 seconds, that's
Mhm.
a great one. You gotta hug, connect physically. Um, the different, not only just sex, but physical touch,
Mhm.
holding hands, and there's something called the 6 second kiss. After 6 seconds, we
Mm.
talked about this before, I think.
I think we did.
Yeah, after 6 seconds, there's I think oxytocin.
Oxytocin.
I think oxytocin is released in the brain, which is a feel good chemical, I believe.
Oxytocin.
All right.
I don't know how
Don't
to.
quote me. After 6 seconds, there's a chemical released in the brain that makes you feel better, makes you feel good. So that 6 seconds allows you to connect with your partner, and you can feel that reconnection, that reignite. That's getting to that reignite. Whoosh, get that flame back on,
Mhm.
because your relationship is like a flame. You need fire. I mean, you need air and something to burn to keep that
Mhm.
flame burning. If the flame gets closed out, there's no air. It's not going to keep burning.
It's gonna
There's
die.
no substance to keep it going. Then you need something to reignite. Your flame will die down. The heat
Mhm.
will get turned down. It's just a natural thing. But what can you do to add more gas? Go get some lighter fluid. Go get some wood. Go get whatever you
Hmm.
need. You may need to start a new fire
Go
sometime.
get you some wood.
You may need a new fire sometimes. You may just have the embers burning and you need to blow on it, get it back going.
Yeah, blow on it, child. Especially if you married, you gotta make sure you blow on it good. Okay. She ain't married you for you not to blow on it.
This is true. Okay? Make sure you blow on them.
Because that's what like people be thinking that relationships are fantasy Snow White, Seven Dwarves, or whatever. Like you just running into the woods, just happy, just
Frolicking.
woohoo. And it is that in the
It
beginning.
is, yeah. And even throughout, it can be.
Yeah, but you have to make it that.
You have, that's what I was going to say. You
You
got to
can't just
make
wake
it
up
that.
like, oh, look at the flowers.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no.
Keep that flame alive.
You'll wake up like, oh man, another day. Okay, I gotta make something nice. Let me make my husband some breakfast
Mm-hmm.
so he can be happy.
Mm-hmm.
So he can be happy and full. Let me make him some nutritional food
Yep.
or
Yep.
and make it look pretty or I don't know what that's not really romantical. That's just serving, but
That is though. You making it you giving that extra effort, it allows you to reignite.
mm-hmm,
That's those tools. Once you forgive, you move forward in your mind, you can reignite. You can
mm-hmm,
reignite. That's gonna hit that factory reset. And within like even a tool, a device, man, it's not working. Reset your phone,
mm-hmm,
reset the modem,
mm-hmm,
reset the whatever, reset it. And sometimes it be that small button that you gotta press. You need a tool to get it. You need a little paper clip, a little ink pen, whatever. Boop,
mm-hmm,
hit that button. Sometimes you gotta hold it for 3 seconds.
mm-hmm.
Every system is different, you know. So what works for you, but the formula is the same,
And figure out what was it um that ignited the spark with you in the beginning. Like what brought y'all together in the beginning? Like
Yes.
what was it that you
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay, look at her or look at him. Like what did they do? And try to find it. If they still got a big booty, focus on the big booty.
Focus on that big
If
booty.
they have a big personality and you absolutely love it, focus on the big personality. Don't focus on the fact that he or she was cussing you out. Erase that, reset, and focus on all the good so that you can get back to it.
Yes. Yes. Get back to it.
Hmm.
Get back to it. It's so important.
Yeah, because the
And this is
enemy don't
helping
like.
us.
Yeah, the enemy don't like marriages at all. And people be saying that, and I'd be like, but for real, like if it's
It's
something good that two people are trying to come together and do,
mhm.
especially when the Bible says when two are come together, God is there also, and we married, so we two in every day. Like if you just wake up every day, which we used to do, wake up every day and pray with each other. Start your day off with prayer. Then you can definitely reset your relationship because you feel the Holy Spirit and you feel lighter. The problems will still be there, but you'll feel lighter once you start your day off with prayer. You're holding hands while you're praying. You got Jesus in there. And it don't have to be no long, drawn out prayer, just something to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you need, Lord, help us to reignite our relationship. God created sex for marriage. Help us, Father, to reignite what we felt for each other, because he can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And just do it.
Just do it.
You just got to forgive, let go, and just do it, cuz love is action. It's not just sitting there.
Yes. Yes.
You got to work. You got anything that you have, you got to work hard to keep it. That's why we've been stressed out. We've been working hard trying to keep stuff.
Yeah. Keep it on. Conflict will bring this. We have conflict in life. Conflict is an inevitable part of life.
Mm-hmm.
Single, married, brother, mother, sister, father, man, boy, girl, dog. Everybody gonna deal with some type of conflict.
Oh yeah, Pepper gets on our nerves sometimes.
He outside, and I think about it.
We kept him outside because he be working. He be doing too much when we go live.
Causing conflict.
He be causing conflict.
Causing conflict.
He be quiet the whole day. As soon as he see us going live, he start getting into everything. Like, you know what? I'm just about to
cause some conflict. You know? So those are those steps. You have to do it. Swallow your pride, forgive. Let it go in your heart. Let it go in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Reconnect emotionally and mentally. Serve each other. Serve one another. Listen to each other. A lot of times it's just about feeling heard. You know, each party needs to feel heard. Men, you got to feel heard. You have to know your feelings are valid. If you trip over something big, hey, you a human. If you trip over something small, you a human. It's all about retooling yourself, rebuilding yourself so that you can reignite who you are, reignite where your marriage is and where it should be.
And make sure that you are a partner that your partner can trust. Because sometimes people are like, oh, you don't trust your partner because your partner didn't give you nothing to trust them. So be that partner that your partner can trust. Like, I can trust this person to blah, blah, blah. You know, just be that person. So when you know a person's true personality, who they really are when stuff like this happen, when you have conflicts, because we don't be, stressed out all the time. But when you have those stressful moments, then you can dig deep and be like, well, shoot, I trust him. I trust her.
Mm-hmm.
They've always been this person I can trust. So at least I ain't got to worry about that.
Right. That's important. Mm-hmm. Trust is very important. When we argue as people, or something happens, that trust starts to slip and fade, and you can't let it. You can't let it. Allow that. Remember, good intent. Lead with that good intent.
Yeah, because it's easier to keep trust than to rebuild it. Because how can I rebuild something when you already showed me that you ain't right?
That's so good.
I mean, it's possible to rebuild it. I'm not saying that, because if you're in a situation where you have to rebuild the trust, it's possible, but that person has to show you that they're trustworthy, and it has to be a lot of time that go by, and it takes a minute, a lot of prayer, therapy, Jesus, talk to your pastor, all that stuff, because it's harder to rebuild trust than it is to just have the trust.
That's good. That's so good. And that foundation, what is your foundation? Is God in the center of you? Is this a Christ-led marriage? As the husband, are you being Christ-led? Are you being led by God? Because if you are, then you will get through these obstacles that are trying to deter you and distract you. Because that's really what it is. The enemy is coming to steal, kill, and destroy. Christ came that he may have life, have it more abundantly. That we may have life and have it more abundantly.
Yeah, you got to keep Christ first. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and everything else will be added unto you. So when you seek ye first the kingdom of God, then he got you. He got your back.
You absolutely won. Yep. And that way you can reignite that spark that brought you together. That flame.
Flamey flame.
So yeah, get you a match, get you a lighter, whatever you need to get to get some fire, get some heat on that flame.
Get you some oil,
all of that. So
some handcuffs, some whips.
mm-hmm.
I forgot Mama was on here. I'm just playing.
Hey, it's all good.
If you married though, this the marriage bed is undefiled, whatever that means. It's so dang. Okay, all right.
Marriage bed is undefiled. But anything else?
I think we hit our points.
I think we hit it.
I hope we did. If y'all got any suggestions, y'all feel like we ain't hit them all, then let us know in this mug. But we did the best we can do. Thank you.
She does all our flyers and stuff. I love it. This is just amazing. That picture we took is so good.
Yeah.
But adding it to that, it's like
it goes with it.
What are you doing?
I was like, oh, I can finally use that picture for something.
Yeah, exactly.
Because what were we doing when we did that picture? I don't know.
Who knows? Being silly like a mug. Yeah. So this has been episode 43 of the Lovely Podcast. Relationship Reset. Yes. Reconnect, rebuild, and reignite your marriage. Mm-hmm. Lovely tip of the day is just that. Those three. Lovely tip of the day is don't trip over the petty stuff. Don't trip over the petty stuff. Don't trip.
Let it go.
Over the petty stuff. Let it go. Let it go. It's going to be some battles that you got to fight. It's going to be some things and some times where it's time to speak up.
Save your energy for those battles. But the petty stuff is not worth it because we got so much stuff going on in life, like for real. Like ain't nobody got time for no petty stuff.
This is petty.
But I ain't gonna hold you up. When we was at that restaurant and he thought I was talking about him, I had everything inside of me had to be like, this is petty. Calm down, Danny. Let it go. Just be happy. You're going through life. I started to lift up that table like, why would I think you stupid? Like, but I didn't do that.
Good.
Because you gotta let it go.
Don't trip over the petty stuff. On your job, in your home,
don't get
family,
fired.
In your relationship,
don't get fired like I did. I'm just playing. I didn't get fired.
Trip over the petty stuff. I think I need to let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
Let it go. TKO.
For real.
Because, first of all, if they fire you, they're going to have another person right there because you acted a fool.
Replacing you.
And they ain't going to think about you at all. I promise you, they not. Mm-hmm. They see you on the street, but I know you from somewhere. We worked together for 12 years. Oh, you the one that was running around with the fire in your hand, saying that you was going to blow up the place. I remember. Yeah, it's not worth it. And then you have a whole case against you, and for what?
And you in jail.
You in jail, and you can't bail yourself out because you ain't got no job, and you ain't figured out your business. So just let it go. Let it go, baby.
Just let it go. Y'all can tune in Monday for an episode of Love and Laugh with Danny Love.
Oh yeah, I will be interviewing my guest. She's a comedian. Her name is Kimberly, and it is on Danny Love's channel, DANILUV, and it'll be a lot of fun. This will be my second person I interview. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I was gonna send the flyer to your computer.
Oh, the Love and Laugh one?
No, for the show tomorrow.
Oh yeah, this one gonna be doing comedy in Flint, right?
Yep.
In Flint, with some heavy hitters. We're about to show y'all. Saving downloads.
Ooh, I'll get back.
About to show you in a moment. What was it saved under?
Then go to reasons.
It don't do it like that.
Oh.
Don't worry about it. No, we're about to do this because y'all need to know he on here with some heavy hitters. For sure, we show. ATTB. Okay. Babe, just ATTV.
So tomorrow night, as you may or may not know, my birthday is next Wednesday, or this Wednesday coming up.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like an early birthday celebration for me. I'm very excited. We got Commotion the Comic. Kevin Biggs is headlining, J Bell hosting. I'm one of the feature acts along with Commotion. So I'm geeked up, man. I'm going hard in the paint. I'm doing my thing. And so if you know somebody in Flint, we had Diablo's Comedy Sports Lounge this Saturday. Doors open at you don't say. Oh yeah, dude. Doors open at 8.
Okay.
Doors open at 8, show start at 9. So
somebody's calling me.
Yeah.
I should have hit do not disturb. Yes, doors open at 8, show starts at 9. Come holler at my husband. Yep. He's very, 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 very funny.
Thank you so much.
So you want to see this?
Yeah, I love popping out to Flint. This might be my 4th time coming out to Flint to do some shows. So yeah, I'm excited. Love y'all. Choose love as always. We'll see you next Friday for episode 44.
Episode 44.
Choose love, y'all. Hey, love, 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 LuvLees, love, 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 LuvLees, love, lot of love, big love, 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 what? Love, 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 hey, love, choose love, y'all. Love, 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 LuvLees, love, 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 lot of love. From above. I love you.
I love you too.